Okay, are we live here? I think we should be, and I think everything should be working correctly. I don't know if you fellas can hear it, but there's a storm roaring here just outside my window. It's actually quite scary, but I'll give it a try streaming today regardless. Yeah, this sound is coming through properly for you fellas. Let me hop into the game and open my screen. But yeah, there's a storm pouring here outside my window, and there are even, you know, thunder and lightning and all of that. So if my stream suddenly cuts out, you already know why. You know, I hope my power doesn't go out, but that sometimes happens whenever there's a storm going on in my region. So let's hope it doesn't messes up with our stream. So I'll give it a shot. But yeah, fellas, how are you doing today? We are on the London server, so but feel free to connect wherever in the world you are. I myself am from South America, and I'll be playing with 200 something ping as we usually do here. But we are on the London server, and the IP is in the stream description and also somewhere on screen right now. Let me check in which corner. We're already with a bunch of cool people here. Our friends are connecting. And let me see, where is the IP? It's up there in the corner, you see? But it's also in the description down below. And we have Uncle Leo here with us, very nice. If you don't know how to connect to community servers, all you have to do is to come here and find a game, community servers, and in the favorites tab, you click this button here, add a server. And then you paste in the IP and it will show up for you to connect in this little box here, in this browser. So that's how you do it. Let me say hello to everyone. WinXP Enjoyer, hello there, and Petra. I saw that Misa connected as well. You fellas are coming to play with us, very nice. Let me say hello there on chat to Nisty, and also Minctory, Zplayer, Zofek, and Zezu, Joker Miles as well. Hello there, very nice. Joker Miles is saying, today is a special day because I met a famous person. You met a celebrity or something like that? Who did you meet? Joker Miles, let me know there. I'm curious about that. And Hovi Sniper is also there. Hello there, my friend Hovi. Always nice to have you here with us. Hovi, very nice. Come play with us if you have some time to spare. Today I want to play some heavy with the KGB. I think that's the name of this one, the Killing Gloves of Boxing. And the shotgun. Yes, the scout here that doesn't want... Cores típicas 2 doesn't want to fight. But I want to fight, I'm here to play. And I also have the... that was a nice one, Leo. I also have the Brass Beast here. Okay, let's do it. As a primary weapon, I think this set, the Brass Beast, the shotgun. I won, very nice. The Brass Beast, the shotgun, and the KGB, I think they complement each other very well. That one I think is Nissa. Let me see if I can shoot you down. Okay, I have to remember to crouch when I'm fighting snipers, so I mess up their shot. Yeah, the scout here really doesn't want to fight. Let me grab some crits from you. Yeah, and then I can shoot the sniper. No, it was Uncle. Okay, I thought you were Misa for a second, but you are Uncle. And the scout's saying there, thank you for the crits, Mr. Scout. I really appreciate it. And I know this gimmick with the KGB and the heavy secondary weapon, you know. I know some people like to do it with the panic attack, and others do it with the Tomislav, because you can very quickly start shooting with the Tomislav, so you can get the crits from killing an enemy with the melee, and then not long after shoot them, you know, with the crits, because the Tomislav deploys faster. Let me say good afternoon here on chat. But I really like to do this with the shotgun, you know. I think it takes a while to deploy the shotgun, but I think it is a more reliable way of dealing damage. So that's what I really like about it. Uncle Liu is very brave, you know, rushing us with only the fists. That's very brave of you, my friend. I'll try to remember that, to not shoot you and only fight you with my fists as well. You know, kind of like I'm honor bound or something like that. But yeah, it is a fun loadout to play with, I think, in regards to playing heavy. It's not the most effective, but it certainly is a lot of fun. So yeah. What else are you saying there, my friends? And Hovin say heavy gameplay, so based. Yeah, the heavy mains I think are not very common. And I'm not a heavy main myself, but the effect of that, I think, is that we don't really see that much of heavy gameplay, you know. There's a lot of people making spy frag clips, pyro frag clips, you know, even soldier and scout, which I think are the most popular mains out there. Soldier, scout, spy, and maybe pyro, I think are the most popular. You know, engineer is also quite popular. I know a lot of people who are actually engineer mains. So, probably because of Uncle Liu, I believe. But heavy isn't one that really has a lot of people maining him. Which is a shame, because it is a lot of fun to play heavy, you know. I think of myself as a soldier main. You know, it's the class I have the most time with. But I also played a lot of heavy when I was starting out. And it's fun, you know. It gets old after a while, but it's fun. And it's actually very important class to have on your team. I think a competent heavy can really carry a team on casual gameplay, on casual matches. So yeah. Joker Miles saying that he met a soccer player from the Brazilian team Palmeiras. The Brazilian football club, soccer club, whatever you want to say. Here in Brazil we say football, you know, but I know that people from the US say it like soccer, you know, for whatever reason. I don't know what is the word, the origin of that word. But yeah, very nice, Joker Miles, that's interesting. I hope you managed to take a picture with that player. You know, it's always fun meeting people like that. Hobby Sniper is saying there, I decided to start saving keys to get a tough guy talk unusual for my hobby. That's very nice, hobby. That's one of the most popular hats, I think, for heavy. You know, it's a very wholesome hat. I really like it. Looks nice on you. I hope you get a fine unusual, my friend. How much does it cost in general? An unusual tough guy talk, you know. In general, how many keys are you thinking about paying for it? Okay, got the scout there. Let me stand here to help my team hold this position, and also to get the health that's gonna respawn here. Okay, let's keep going. The brass beast is not so good for rushing, but it is actually quite good for holding positions like this, because you get damage resistance while it is spinning up. Okay, I think there's someone coming behind us. No, there isn't. Okay. So that's why I'm not really using the brass beast that often. I'm only doing it when I feel like it makes sense to try and hold a position. No, I killed you. I'm sorry, my friend Uncle Leo. I didn't mean to do that. I actually wanted to just shoot the scout. Okay. The soldier was trying to aim at me. You see? This is an enemy spy, yeah. It's Misa. You're playing spy today. Very nice. I don't remember seeing you playing spy before, Misa. That's a novelty to me. Pretty cool. Let's see your spy skills. I might be misremembering, but at least I didn't notice you playing spy before. Mintor is saying there that he mains heavy. So you are in the 1% of heavy mains in TF2. Very nice, Mintor. Very nice. And Hobby is saying there that he once did a 26 kill streak on casual with heavy. Very nice, Hobby. I don't remember what was my highest kill streak with heavy, but it was also in the 20s or something like that. You know, if you are paying attention, you can really get to some very high kill streaks with heavy. I once saw a friend get to, I think, 40 or something like that. So it was quite impressive. If you get a medic with you and teammates that are watching your back, you know, you get like support from a pyro or even a scout that's paying attention to what's going on, you can really do a lot of damage with heavy. Okay, let's try to... Ah, no. He's gonna run away. I thought I was gonna be able to get the melee kill. Ah, come on, I tried to do it. I think I would have gotten it if I had tried a little bit more. Ah, but okay, no problem. Hovi saying there, I have 5 keys and an unusual version of that hat can go from 12 keys or something around that. Okay, so it starts out at 12 keys. It is actually, you know, for us in South America, buying keys is not very affordable. Let me show you here. In Brazil, for example, the key is worth, here, tools. The key is worth how much? Let me check here. You see, almost 13 Brazilian reais. So I know that for people in the US or on the Euro region, they pay a lot less for keys in their local currency. But in Brazil, it is almost 13 Brazilian reais. And in Argentina, I imagine the price is even higher. And it's like I'm on Thunder Mountain today. Perhaps we should play Thunder Mountain. Let me put that as the next map. Let's see if you fellas want to. Next map. So yeah, buying a bunch of keys here in South America isn't really affordable. But 12 keys for an unusual, I think is actually quite on the low range, you know, of unusuals. So you'll probably be able to get it, Hobby. And Hobby's saying there, here in Argentina, 1 key is 500 pesos, 500 Argentinian pesos, which is like the price of an indie game. Damn, that's a lot, that's a lot. I relate that, Hobby, to kind of like 20 or 30 Brazilian reais. That's usually how much we pay for indie games on Steam here in Brazil. So that's quite a lot. Damn, I hope, you know, the economic situation of South American countries can improve, because we are all in a bad position here for a long time now already. So yeah, it's worrying, it's sad, really. Okay, you didn't go for the health. Let me do that. Oh, hey, we got a soldier here. Thank you so much, my friend. Where is that spy? I'm paranoid now. Okay, there's also a scout there. Ah, you're rushing me. I'm sorry, my friend. I had to defend myself there. I had to there's the spy. Yeah, got you there, Misa. Got you. You gotta be a bit more subtle, Misa. I really can't spot you easily. Don't know if it is because I am paranoid. Uncle Leo says that I have kind of like a spy radar. You know, like a sixth sense for detecting spies. And maybe that's why, you know. I suffered with a lot of backstabs playing this game for what, 10 years now. One day you kind of start to anticipate when the backstabs are gonna happen. So yeah. What else are you saying there? Let me see. The player is asking if I want a challenge. What sort of challenge, the player? Tell me, what do you want to challenge me for? Hey, and Daryl Dixon just arrived. Hello there, Daryl. Glad to have you here. Very nice. And VPC as well. Hello, VPC. Good afternoon. Asking what I prefer, dulce de leche or bananada. Dulce de leche here in Brazil is doce de leite, you know. It's almost the same thing. It's kind of like a sweet, you know, kind of like I think a good way of describing it is if you could make a jam out of milk, you know, like the jam consistency. But it's a sweet made out of milk. You know, it's for those of you in the US, the appearance of it reminds me of peanut butter jam. Is that how to say, or is peanut butter? Yeah, it is a peanut. No, not peanut butter. Just peanut butter jam. Just peanut butter. Yeah, I think I was thinking about peanut butter and jelly. You know, that sort of sandwich. But yeah, peanut butter. It looks kind of like peanut butter, but it's made of milk. And bananada, that VPC is saying there on chat, for those of you who don't know it, is a sweet, a candy made out of bananas. And there are all sorts of bananada. There's kind of like bananada that looks more like candy, you know, almost kind of like a taffy. And there's also bananada that looks like jam. So it really depends on regional preference. I think I'm gonna go VPC with dulce de leche, you know, with doce de leche. I think it's more unique, you know. There's a lot of jams and fruit, candy and sweets, and I think that dulce de leche is actually better. Misa just standing in front of me with the cloak and dagger. Yeah, that was funny, Misa. You got a cloak, Misa. You can't stay cloaked forever, my friend. So yeah, have you fellas ever tasted dulce de leche? Let me know there in the comments. I think Hovi probably did, because I know that Argentina is well known for dulce de leche. You know, I've had dulce de leche from Argentina before, and it's quite good actually. So Hovi probably knows about it. Okay, let's deny this scout here, just so we can defend the point for a while. Ah, there's a sniper there. No! Yeah, nothing I could do about that. We're gonna lose this one, I think. So yeah. What else are you saying? And about keys, Hovi saying there, I don't wanna buy keys. I mostly just do Sorcery Maker commissions from people. Ah, that's a fine way to get some keys. Hovi, very nice. And if you fellas want some Sorcery Maker commissions, then by all means ask Hovi about them. He's the one that made the end card animation for my channel. So he's quite good at what he does. Very nice, Hovi. That's a good plan. You know, it's better than buying keys, for sure. And Daryl is saying there, Daryl is finishing his contract. What contract are you doing, Daryl? Let me know there. I remember all the fun I had doing the Jungle Inferno contracts. It was kind of stressing having to do the objectives, but after I realized there wasn't a time limit for them, you know, some games have those sorts of events that have contracts and missions, you know, battle passes and all of that, and you have to complete the missions under a time frame, under a time limit, you know, of a couple of weeks. And I think that's kind of stressful. But when I realized for TF2 there wasn't that time limit, you could really take your time doing the objectives, I relaxed about it, and it was a lot of fun. I wish Valve did another contract campaign like that, you know. I was hopeful you were gonna get something like that on the next summer update, but now I'm not so sure anymore. I think it's still possible that we're gonna get a contract campaign. You know, something simple, like we have for Screen Fortress, but on the regular maps, you know, it would be fun, I think. But regardless, you know, Jungle Inferno was a lot of fun. I really like doing those contracts. So yeah. Hey, Jacinto is there. Hello there, Jacinto. Glad to have you here, my friend. Very nice. And Hovi is saying that dulce de leche is like God's meal here in Argentina. Ah, it is heavenly, for sure, Hovi, for sure. Really like it. Very nice. Iron Colio's on my team now. Great, great. I know that Argentina is also famous for the... Here in Brazil we call them alfajor. I don't know what is the name in it in Argentina. Alfajor? Is that correct, Hovi? Please let me know. It's kind of like a biscuit, you know, and there's dulce de leche in the middle and chocolate around it, you know. I don't know how you fellas call that in Argentina, but here in Brazil, we know that Argentina is famous for them. So yeah. The players challenged me to play Roblox TF2 for 0.01 seconds. I can't fulfill that challenge. Player, I'm sorry. I think Roblox doesn't run under Linux. I play my games on Linux. And I'm not sure you can play Roblox on Linux. Maybe you can. Nowadays there's a lot of Windows games that run on Linux. So maybe Roblox is like one of those. But I'm not sure about that. Okay, where is the enemy? I think there isn't a spy behind us anymore. So let's try to... there's a pyro here, you see? Yes, run away. Gotta pay attention to that spy. Okay. I hope the pyro isn't waiting to ambush me. I think that is... No, that's our team's spy, it looks like. Okay. And we have a sniper, okay. I thought the sniper was down here, but it seems it is back there. Let's hold this position. Let's do this. See, there's the spy. Just died and hit your face on the wall. That was funny. Okay, what else is going on? Where is the enemy? I'm kind of afraid of peeking here because of that sniper. Yeah, see, there's also... yeah, you see? He was just waiting for me to peek. Okay, let's do it up here. I got the demo man there, and there's a spy coming here. Okay, that was a dead ringer. He probably jumped down. Yeah, and he's gonna come back for me, I think. There was someone up there. How was that a rocket jump or something? Did you fellas see a head peeking over that ceiling? That was interesting. And about sweets and candy, there Anthony's saying he really likes cocada. Cocada is made of coconut. It's great. Cocada is also excellent. Really like it. If you fellas ever come to Brazil or South America in general, I think those sweets are very popular in South America, not only Brazil. But if you ever come visit here, make sure to taste local sweets, you know, and foods in general. There's a lot of good food here in South America. Okay. Can I rush that sniper? Where is the sniper? I wanna get a kill with the KGB, honestly. Okay. Let's try to get closer around here. Let's see. And Hovi's saying there on chat that I pronounced it correctly. Alfajor. Yeah, it is great, fellas. I really like it. It's quite expensive here because, you know, at least those from Argentina and other countries, they are imported in Brazil. We have locally made ones, but the ones that are imported are quite expensive. Okay. Yeah, Astro is here. Okay, is this a spy? I think he is, yeah. I'm paying attention to you, spies. I'm paying attention. I'm gonna be suspect of everything. Is that correct? Is that how to say it? I gotta pay attention to my English now because I'm gonna be an English teacher. I'm gonna teach English as a second language. Last week I mentioned to you fellas that I wasn't able to stream because I had to deliver some paperwork. And that paperwork was for a new job. I'm actually gonna be an English teacher here on a school in my city. I'm actually quite hyped for that. I think it's gonna be fun. I've worked teaching English before, you know, but it was more like kind of like for adults, you know, in a class for people who work and all of that. So it was more like English for people who are working at offices and in the industry, you know, that kind of like business level English skills. I've never worked as an English teacher for high schoolers and middle schoolers, which is the public that I'm gonna teach to starting out tomorrow. So it's gonna be a new experience for me, and I'm actually quite happy for it. Plus, it's a job in the public sector, so at least here in Brazil we have more stability more job stability in the public sector. So I was very happy when they called me to say I got the job. You know, it was nice. Looking forward to it. So that's what I was doing last week. I was getting ready for that, and I'm actually kind of tired, to be honest, because there was a lot of documents and paperwork that I have to fill and deliver. But it's nice. I'm happy about it. So yeah. I am real. James Chronicle is saying there, I love your videos. Oh, thank you so much, James. Thanks a lot. No, you want to play Turbine. I don't want to play Turbine. Is Turbine gonna become the new Woodville? Because I have removed Woodville from the map rotation. Because you fellas always spam the vote with Woodville. So I think, yeah, it's gonna be Turbine. I think the new Woodville here on my streams is gonna be Turbine. Okay, it's a change of pace. You know, and Turbine is not that bad. I think Turbine can be a lot of fun. So yeah. But yeah, James, thanks for being on stream here, for appreciating my work. You know, it really means a lot. Thank you so much. Yeah, I see a sniper there in the back, you see. I think I'm just gonna withstand the shots. If that sniper is trying to kill me, he's not aiming at my teammates. So that's actually a good thing, I think. So yeah. VPC is talking about Dulce de Leche. It's very good, but give someone a bananada and it's much more worth it. I don't know it. I really like bananada as well, VPC. But I'm not sure that it is worth more than Dulce de Leche. I don't know. That spy is still alive. Where is that spy? He went to grab the health there, you see? Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you get away. Ah, you have a spinning heavy, look at that. Look at that. It's always funny to see you fellas do those sort of shenanigans here. Okay, let's try to push the cart here. There's a spy up there. Got backstabbed, but I think he's still alive. Okay, let's keep going here. Scout trying to use the Sandman. Damn, I wish the Sandman was buffed a little bit, you know. I agree where is the stop? There you go. I agree the stun mechanic of the Sandman was kind of annoying. I didn't really like it, to be honest with you fellas. But I think they nerfed the Sandman too much. You know, it's at a point where it isn't really worth using it. I think it would be nice if the health nerf wasn't there, you know. It already does less damage than the regular baseball bat for scout. And also, where is the sniper? Okay, he's just after this corner. Okay. It already does less damage than the baseball bat. And the stun mechanic isn't OP anymore, I think, you know, in its current state. So I think there isn't really a good reason for the HP debuff that it gives to the scout. So yeah, fellas, what's your opinion about the Sandman? Let me know. It would be nice hearing from you in that regard. Go spy! Yeah! Mission accomplished. Missa there died with the explosion, but you saved us, Missa. Thank you very much. It really helped. Okay, let's try to hold this area here. Ah, there's a sniper there. You see? Hidden. Look at that. It's gonna kill me, I think. Come on, just die. How much health do you have, Mr. Sniper? Come on. So yeah. What else are you saying? And Daryl is asking there, why I don't use the character model on my HUD? I used to have the 3D character model on the HUD, but I disabled that because it was taking away too many frames per second of my game. It is really a performance hog, the 3D model on the HUD. You know, looks cool, it's nice to see your loadout and your unusual effect there. I really liked it, but I think it wasn't worth it, the performance hit I was getting. Okay. This is a spy, I think. No, it's okay, here is the spy. Come on, you're not gonna get away. I think that was a dead ringer. Da Vinci got the soldier there, thank you so much. Okay, I'm the pyro here. And we won, nice. We're playing well today, you know. I didn't get much chance to use the KGB yet. I think perhaps on Gorge we got it. But yeah, we are playing well. This is a nice loadout for heavy and a lot of fun, for sure. And Hobby Snipe is saying there, I'm studying English in university. Can you please be my professor? That would be funny, Hobby, to actually be a university professor. You know, here in Brazil, we are all called professors, you know, regardless of the segment in which you teach. But it would be interesting if I was an actual university professor. Maybe one day, my friend, maybe one day. Very nice, I'll move to Argentina and teach English there. Maybe I should teach Portuguese, perhaps, I don't know. I don't know if there is a lot of demand for foreigners to learn Portuguese, you know. I'm not sure. Back in the day, you know, kind of like 10 or 12 years ago, there was actually some demand for Portuguese as a second language teachers, you know. Because I think Brazil was in a good economic moment, so other countries wanted to be able to partner with Brazil more closely internationally. So there was that demand. When I was at college, I remember my college teacher saying that, you know, but it didn't really come to fruition. It wasn't to be, it seems. Okay. Okay, we got Uber, very nice. I don't wanna face that pyro, you see, because he's gonna air blast us like that. So let's just try to play around them like this. Yeah, they used its Uber. What are you doing, Scout? That was an interesting move, Scout. Ah no, don't wanna die. You get so much damage resistance with the Brass Beast. It's great for these sorts of moments, you see? It's pretty good. And Ellison and Rika are playing with us. Glad to have you here with us, fellas. Always nice when you show up. Just noticed that you are on the server. Very nice. Ellison and Rika. What else are you saying there? Let me see. Eric is saying that his computer froze there. Manjaro, Eric, I've heard. I'm not sure if that's true. For those of you who don't know, Manjaro is a Linux distribution that Eric is talking about there on chat. But I've heard, Eric, that Manjaro can be quite unstable and finicky. You know, that kind of like... It is a good distro, but it isn't the best maintained distro, you know. When I was thinking about dropping Ubuntu, which was the distro I used before, I considered changing to Manjaro. But I've heard so many bad, you know, bad experience stories from other people that I decided to go with Vanilla Arch to kind of like learn how to install and configure and use Vanilla Arch, which is a little bit tricky, but to me it proved to be the best thing, you know. Ah, you fellas are having a party here, very nice. Okay, let me kill Rika the Freaka here, just so you fellas don't get heals. So yeah, Eric, let me know, do you often have problems with Manjaro? Because I've heard some bad stories about it, you know. I don't know, because I've never used it. I use Arch, and Arch to me is actually quite, I'm not gonna say quite stable, because it is a rolling release distro. It's not stable in the sense that it doesn't change, but it's stable to me in the sense that it doesn't crash, you know. I very rarely see crashes from my OS nowadays. I'm not gonna shoot the good people dancing there. They are almost all dead. Okay, Rika the Freak is playing there, and I'm dead too. I think there was a sentry that killed them or something like that. So yeah. What else are you saying there? Let me see here. IMVPC is giving me a tip as a new teacher. He hopes that my tests aren't very hard. They are fair, VPC. I usually try to make fair tests for my students. I have some colleagues that enjoy making hard tests, but I don't think there is much merit in doing that. Okay, got. Okay, who can I shoot with this? Nice, managed to shoot the demo man. At least I managed to use the crits a little bit. It wasn't worth anything, I didn't accomplish anything with that, but I got to use the crits a little bit, so that's nice. So yeah, VPC, I have some colleagues that like to make hard tests, but I think there isn't much merit in doing that, you know. Tests should be fair, I think. And when they are fair, they aren't hard, you know. Because something that is fair is not hard, I believe, you know. So yeah. Especially when you are not trying to classify your students for like approval on a university or something like that. Those tests have to be hard because they have to classify people, you know, to decide who gets into the institution and who don't get into it. But if you're just trying to evaluate if a student learned something or not, then you really don't need to do to make a hard test. So that's the way I see it as a teacher. The goal is simply to make sure your students learn some skill, you know, something like that. So yeah. What else are you saying there? Let me see here. The player is asking if I like to drink abacatada. Yes, I really like to drink abacatada. It's a great beverage. Abacatada is kind of like a smoothie of avocado and milk. Really like it. Highly recommend, fellas. It's not the Haas avocado, which is the one I think most people are familiar with outside of South America. But it's I think you could do abacatada with the Haas avocado. I just don't know if it would be good. But the one we drink here in Brazil is made with a kind of avocado that we call here in Brazil the butter avocado. The abacate manteiga is how you say in Portuguese. But it translates to butter avocado. It's a bit more fruity, you know, the taste of it. It's not so much just fat, which I think is more like the Haas avocado taste. You know. It's interesting because it is called the butter avocado, but it doesn't really taste like butter. I think the Haas tastes more like butter, you know. So it's kind of weird, but okay. What else are you saying there? Let me see. And Anthony saying there, Thunder Mountain gives me such a good feeling. I could live in this map. It's actually quite pleasing. I agree with that. It has an interesting aesthetic, you know, an interesting vibe. It's a bit melancholic, but not sad, really. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Anthony. I think you are onto something there. Another map that I feel like has a similar vibe to it is Snakewater. You know, that's kind of like a sunset map, you know, something like that. That's another one I get that feeling from as well. Hey, Enrica is saying there hello on chat. Hello there, Rika. It was nice noticing you here on the server. Always nice when you and Ellison show up to play with us. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And there was talking there about the Sandman, which we were talking about earlier. I think the stun time could be like 3 to 4 seconds, not like 7, like the second one. That could work, but I think the old stun effect that kind of like rendered you useless against an attack. I think that was the problem, not necessarily the time, the duration of the effect, you know. More like the effect itself, that hard stun. In my opinion, they should work the Sandman to not stun enemies, you know. I don't think it should stun enemies. What I would do with the Sandman is actually make it a damage dealing weapon. Kind of like you do more damage the longer the ball travels in the air. So it would become sort of a tool for scouts to do damage in the long range. You know, kind of like a sniper projectile for scouts. You know. I think the cleaver kind of like has that role, but the projectile arc of the cleaver, I don't think that it really lends itself very well for very long ranges. And the arc of the ball of the Sandman, in my opinion, it does that job better. So that's what I would do with the Sandman. I would outright remove the stun effect from it, and I would make it so it actually is a damage dealing weapon, you know, for long range. I think that would be more fun. So it could do a small amount of damage in the close range, and that damage could ramp up with distance. I think that would be an interesting way to nerf it. And then the HP nerf could even stay, you know. I think in that scenario it would make sense to nerf the HP of the scout that is using the Sandman, because he would be able to do damage, you know, more damage on range. So that's my personal idea about the Sandman. Let me know if you fellas agree with that, if you think it's an interesting idea, or if you would miss, you know, outright miss the stun mechanic from the Sandman. But I don't really think, you know, it would be missed. I think this game doesn't need stun mechanics, you know. Ah, come on, we have a sentry here. Yes, happy furnace. Thank you so much, Spike. Thanks a lot, got me through that. Okay, let's keep going. It's important to try and shoot at snipers when you are rushing them, because that jerks off their aim like that. So it's important to do that. What else are you saying there? Let me see. The player saying there, sad soldier and fat scout. Why sad soldier and fat scout? I don't think fat scout is a good counter to soldier as a player. I think soldiers have an advantage there. And Eric's talking about the Manjaro Linux distribution, that he's trying to learn Manjaro. And the only bad things that happened is that it freezes sometimes when he tries to play games. Ah, okay, so at least it's not, you know, anything dramatic. But I don't know, Eric, perhaps you should try another distro, you know. I'm not really sure Manjaro is a good pick. If you want something Arch-based, because the main appeal, I think, of Manjaro is that it is based on Arch. If you want something like that, perhaps you should try a distro called Endeavor OS. You know, that one I've heard very good things about. It seems like it is very, very reliable and works well. So maybe you should give that one a try. Okay. Ah, come on, Cody, because I was gonna kill him. You see, he has 27 HP. I was gonna get the kill with the crits. Come on, that was a bummer. So yeah. What else are you saying there? Let me see. And Daryl's TF2 has also crashed. Come on, you fellas are having a lot of crashes today. What's going on? What's the problem? I hope you fellas can sort that out. You know, TF2 was crashing to me a couple weeks ago, You know, I even unbinded the tab key for me. Maybe that's the problem, Daryl. Maybe it crashed because of the scoreboard. I remember what was happening to me is that whenever I died and I pressed tab to open the scoreboard, the game TF2 would crash. You know, it was very consistent, and I had a habit of checking the scoreboard when I was dead. You know, just died, press tab to check the scoreboard. I had that habit, and it really was consistently crashing my game. So I have since unbound the tab key, and I haven't had that problem since. So maybe you should try that. Yeah, you already did. Okay, so that's good. I hope then you can sort out whatever other problem you're having, my friend. It's a bummer when a game crashes like that. You know, but I've noticed that TF2 is actually running better here now. You know, I think the last update in which we got some improvements to performance that were submitted by master cons from the master config, you know, I think those were pretty good. I noticed my game running a little bit better, you know, since the last update. And I'm actually excited for the community fixes we are gonna get in the next summer update. I think that's gonna be good. You know, it will make the game run better for us. Very nice. VT Games trying to annoy people here. What else are you saying there? Let me see. Let me see. And Viceroy is asking, why go arch-based when you can go arch? Yeah, you know, I really agree with it. And Eric's saying that arch is too difficult. And Viceroy is saying, but it's already well documented. You just have to take time and read. It's nothing really difficult. Yeah, I agree with that. I think Viceroy is onto something. And you know, I think that going arch-based is kind of like for the easy of installation, you know, because even if arch isn't really hard to learn, all you have to do is read the wiki for the distribution. The installation process is still a little bit too convoluted, I think, even with the new install script. You know, Arch is kind of like designed, for those of you who are not familiar with Arch Linux, it's kind of like designed to take some effort to maintain and to install, you know. The idea is that you should know how your operating system works, at least on a basic level, so you can better maintain it. So the original Arch team, you know, the people who developed the Linux distribution, okay, the engineer gave up, have engineered the OS in a way that you have to put a little bit of effort into learning it. And sometimes that's kind of boring, you know, especially when you just want to install it to check it out. So I can see why people, for example, install Endeavor OS. It has a graphical installer, you know, it's faster to get a system running Endeavor OS than it is with Arch, I think. Or if not faster, at least it's more straightforward. So that's why I think. But I would really advise you, Eric, to do what Viceroy is saying there, to actually learn Arch, you know. It's very nice when you get it and you can actually manage it. And it's not hard stuff. You know, all you have to do is watch some tutorials. Just make sure they are up to date, because there's a lot of old tutorials on Arch that are not applicable anymore. And read the wiki, you know, read the manual for the distribution, because it's fairly simple. When I started getting interested on Arch Linux, I think I've spent like 2 or 3 days reading the wiki and taking notes. Then I tried installing it on a virtual machine on my computer just to test it out, to see if I could finish the installation process. And then I installed it on my computer. I was confident enough to do that. So it's not really hard, you just have to put a little bit of effort. And the good thing about it is that after that you actually learn to manage your system. And then you are not too prone to breakage, you know. I think, for example, there was recently a problem with the Grub, which is a software that we use on Linux. I think there was a problem with it, and especially people on Endeavor OS and Manjaro, which are not Arch Linux but are based on Arch Linux, they were having problems with it. And I was not affected, you know, because I knew how to fix it, and it was very quick to fix it. So that's a good thing you can do. Hey, and Brenna, hello there, Brenna. Glad to have you here on stream. You're saying you are good at this game. Thank you so much, Brenna. Thanks a lot. I don't know if I'm good at this game. I think, you know, I can play reasonably well without worrying too much. So that's probably why you are under that impression, you know. Because like I'm casually chatting with you fellas and I can get a couple of kills, you know. And kind of like I don't get wrecked that often anymore in TF2, which is good, considering I've been playing for what, 10 years now, I think. Yeah, 10 years. So yeah, but I wouldn't say I'm good at this game. I think I'm reasonable. I can play reasonably well, but I'm not really good. There's a lot of people who are really good at this game. So yeah. And Eric saying that the string is delayed. Yeah, I put a delay on the string, Eric. I think it is it's either 1 minute or 2 minute delay or something like that. And I do that to give YouTube some time to process the video stream. If you, at least here on YouTube, I don't know how it is on Twitch, for example, but here on YouTube, if you put your stream to be real time, you know, to not have any sort of delay in regards to what's going on your side and what's being displayed to viewers, the video quality tends to decrease. So that's why it is important to set up a delay. If you have any of you have a YouTube channel, I know that Hovi does, for example, Misa as well, who is playing with us, also has a YouTube channel. It is important to give some delay to YouTube so the servers can process the video stream, you know. Otherwise you get a lot of artifacts when you are streaming.
Thank you.
So that's why I started doing that. Plus it is kind of like, not really, but kind of like a deterrent against stream snipers, because they are seeing your past, you know. I think you get what I mean. So yeah. Hovi is saying there that he's working on Lurking Shadows episode 3 and he's very hyped. Ah, very nice, Hovi. I saw that Emesis Blue kind of like rekindled, you know, your motivation for working on Sorcery Maker. I saw you saying that on Twitter. Very nice, Hovi. Looking forward to that. It will be a lot of fun. You know, take your time, don't rush it, have fun, and enjoy producing that animation. I'm looking forward to it. Just make sure to let us know when it is released so we don't miss it on our feeds. But very nice, my friend. I'm happy for you. And Anthony is saying there, I prefer the Rep Assassin in regards to projectiles for Scout. But the Sandman is a good weapon. Yeah, you know, the Rep Assassin is useful. It actually... that's an interesting loadout. Look at that. That's an interesting... It's a hat, it's a kind of like an alien. Very nice. I think that's a nice combination. Pretty cool. And the bear here is... Where is it? It's cute. I like it. Very nice, Allison. Pretty cool. But yeah, the Rep Assassin is actually useful, you know. Unlike the Sandman, which really... You have no reason to use the Sandman if you're thinking about like an effective loadout to use. But yeah, I agree with you. I think the only problem with the Rep Assassin is the fact that there are some maps that have buggy collisions with it. I know that Valve fixed a lot of them in the last year or so. You know, a lot of maps that didn't work properly with the Sandman, now do. But there is still a lot of fixing that needs to be done, in my opinion. It's always a bummer whenever you are having fun playing with it, and then suddenly, come on, Alisson, yeah, give me the Uber, so I can kill the heavy with, come on, with my fists. I wanna get the crits. Okay, I got the crits. Nice, let's use it. Okay, yeah, okay. But Uncle Liu jumps around too much. I could not. But okay, we managed to get what, 2 or 3 kills like that. That was nice. that was nice. Finally, I managed to use the KGB. Very nice. I'll even clip that because it might turn out into a good shorts. So yeah. And Galo is there. Hello there, Galo. Glad to have you here, my friend. Very nice. Very nice, Galo. Always nice when you show up here to share this moment with us. I appreciate it. And Eric saying that he thought I set up a delay on stream to avoid stream sniping. Yeah, no, that's not the reason why I do it. And I don't really think such a small delay actually prevents stream snipe, you know. It kind of like, as I said, makes it less viable. But, you know, people can still stream snipe, especially in a game like TF2 in which you are not really walking around the map that fast, you know. TF2 has a kind of like a chokey design. You tend to stay around choke points and then push with your team, and you hold positions for a lot of time. Not that much time when you think about CSGO, for example. CSGO, I think, is more like that, but TF2 is also a little bit like that. So I don't think these stream delays here really make stream sniping less viable, you know. A little bit, but not by a lot. So the reason is more in regards to that was funny. It's more in regards to the video quality, you know. Okay, they have a sentry. Gotta take it out. I think I will be able to do it since the engineer picked it up. We have, okay, could not rush this. By the way, this is a custom game mode. I don't know if you fellas notice it, but we are kind of like, instead of rushing the enemy base to grab the intel and bring it back, we actually have to carry the intel into their base. You know, it's the briefcase spawns here, I think, and then you have to grab it and take it into the enemy base. I don't know the name of this custom game mode. The map is HARP with 2 A's, so HAARP. I think that's the name of the map. If you look for it on the workshop, you'll be able to find it. And it's quite good, you know. I like the design of this map, and the idea of actually having to carry the briefcase into the enemy base, I think, is an interesting twist. So I really like this map. It's a lot of fun, pretty good. Okay, let's keep going here. I think I'll try to get the high ground. Yeah, they have a dispenser there, you see. Okay, let's try to help them here. There's a sniper there in the back. I don't want to expose myself too much to this sniper. Okay, got a soldier here. Where are you, soldier? You died. Okay, killed the sniper, I think. I think Kona was the sniper. I think I got him. So yeah. And what else are you saying there? Daryl Dixon saying that he's melting in the Brazilian heat there where he lives. Yeah, we are on summer right now. But here in my region, at least, it's not that hot. A couple of days ago, it was very hot. You know, it was even hard to stay inside. You know, or even outside, because outside it was also very hot in general. But at least where I live, it's better now. But it's raining a lot. We started stream with a storm raging outside, so we have been seeing a lot of rain here. Okay, nice. Got there. Banco Santander and Misa. I'm gonna die for the flames. Come on. I didn't want that. Come on. So yeah. And I think I'll play just this round, fellas. I think I'll end stream after it because it's already getting close to our time. You know, I usually stream for about 1 hour, for those of you who are not familiar with my... Okay, I'm going back this way. For those of you who are not familiar with my stream schedule. I think that's a good time span to stream for. You know, when I started doing these streams, I was kind of like, but I'm gonna have to stream for like 5 hours if I wanna entertain people and have any chance at being a successful streamer. I think there's, you know, that misconception in regards to streaming, that you have to stay streaming for a lot of time. And that works for some people, but I think it's very tiring. And sometimes it doesn't even really give much return to you, much result to you. In my experience, it is better to run a YouTube channel, you know, post regularly, and then set a specific time for your viewers to come play with you and stream, you know, in that time frame. Because instead of people thinking like, Professor will be streaming for a long time, I can watch him anytime I want, I'll watch him later, and then that person never comes to watch the stream. Instead of doing that, you actually make people get together, you know, like it is a social event, you know. And I think that actually works better for streaming. At least in my channel it worked very well. We won, nice, very nice. So yeah, fellas, this is Harp. It's a very good map. I highly recommend you fellas check it out and vote for it on the workshop. It is a lot of fun to play on. So yeah, I'll be finishing stream right now. Thank you so much everyone for coming to play with me, you know, to have a chat. I really appreciate all of you being here with me, and I really like this moment we have together, you know. With this new job I'm gonna start tomorrow, I'm not sure how I'll be able to keep my stream schedule going, you know, because it's gonna be a lot of work. So I'll get a feel for it this week, and maybe I'll have to change my stream schedule a little bit. You know, I don't know if I'll be able to keep streaming every weekend. I'll try to do that. You know, I'm not gonna cancel next Sunday's stream. You know, at least not now. So it is still up. You know that next Sunday I'll try to stream again, but I might need to change things up a little bit. You know, if I feel like I'm getting too exhausted from work. So keep an eye out. I'll let you fellas know if that comes to be the case. So yeah, thank you so much, fellas. Bye bye there, Anthony. Bye bye there, Alt saying I am an underrated YouTuber and that he's subscribing. Thank you so much. Welcome to the channel. You know, I really appreciate you, and all of you. Really, here's a heart to all of you. So yeah, fellas, have a wonderful week, and we'll talk to each other again next Sunday. Bye bye, everyone. I love you all.